behind the process of making food and making music? You're just hungry.
Yeah, Jeremy says we're all hungry. That's right. Actually, yeah, eating all of our lives. We're getting really good at it by now. Actually, I grew up in a musical family, and we would have these big gatherings and big spreads of food, and we'd start, eating, and then the next thing you know, instruments start coming out, and we start, picking and singing, and I feel like that kind of camaraderie around food and music, it's like what brings people together, You sit around a table and you share a meal as opposed to like being on your phone or whatever. It's a yeah, I'm doing great, man. Yeah, it's not that. It's the real human connection. And I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and I feel like the art of visiting is just kind of falling away a little bit. But I feel like that thing you're talking about, the experience that we did here actually a few years ago, where I cooked a big meal and then we all shared a meal that you put love in there, and then the next thing you know, we're wearing our hearts on our sleeve, playing music, and I just feel like it's a great way to connect and show people love in some way.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it expands the family. Like there's a feeling when you're in the audience and seeing you after sharing in that experience. It's just another way to feel closer to each other. I think it's a really special thing. So tell us a little bit more about the new record. This is coming out in January.
Yep, January 25th.
And so it's been a long time coming. You've been working on these songs for quite some time.
We're still working on these songs, honestly, and you're seeing some of the work today.
Yeah.
So some people ask, because we live in all kinds of different places. So how do you guys rehearse living so far away? And I always say, well, you're at the show. You're seeing it tonight. But hotel rooms and things like that, we've gotten together, and then before this record, we kind of really took some time and arranged the music and got in the studio, and then Allison Brown kind of put her ears on it as well and co-produced with me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And that's on Compass, of course.
Yeah.
The new record is called If You Can't Stand the Heat. Let's get a couple more tunes. We'll chat a little bit more. We're here with Frank Solivan in Dirty Kitchen, everybody.
you. All right.
It's a live radio Bristol session with Frank Solivan and Dirty Kitchen. Mike Munford on the banjo there, just tearing it up. Is that a new tune there?
Yeah.
What's that one called?
That's Crack of Noon. That's Mike's favorite time of day.
Crack of Noon.
Yeah. And just so you guys know out there in Radio Land and in Audience Land, this guy in 2013, which was a long time coming, I think, was awarded International Banjo Player of the Year, but that's every day for me. That's Mike Munford on the banjo,
yes,
y'all.
Sir.
Yeah.
And you guys won Instrumentalist Band of the Year as well, if I remember correctly.
No, we were awarded. You see, if
awarded.
you win something, there it implies losers. Just so you know.
Okay, correction. Awarded. Yes.
It's just an incredible, band of musicians that were, in all of those categories. And when they called our name at that award show, it was like, what? Huh? What? Yeah, right. Recount. Exactly. Anyhow,
Frank, who else you got here in the band?
well, over here, this is his first time here, I think, at the museum. No, you were here before?
Number 2, thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. This here is an incredible musician on the bass, also an incredible singer, father of 3, did 20 years in the military. That's Jeremy Middleton right there. Yeah. We actually met in the Navy band in Washington, D.C. We served time together there. Over here on the guitar, everybody, this guy comes from Seattle originally, and he plays a mean mandolin, and that's why he's over there on the guitar, everybody. And no, he's an incredible musician, singer, songwriter as well. Please make welcome Chris Luquette right there.
Thank you very much. I just have one message for the folks that are listening on their radios at this exact moment out there in traffic. Let me out. I'm inside your radio right now. Please, don't turn it up. No, oh, whatever. That's fine. Whatever you got to do. Nice to see everybody here. Anybody who watches this online later, hi to you guys. Hi to mom and dad somewhere out there. I don't know what they might be listening. I'm not sure these days, but good to see everybody.
Hey, and let's not forget we got Mr. Frank Solivan here on the mandolin. Never heard of him. Give him a big round of applause. Frank, you mentioned the Navy band Country Currents. You now live in D.C., am I correct in that? Right outside
I'm a
of
Virginian. I live in Alexandria.
Okay. Is that what did you end up staying in the vicinity?
I did. You buy a house and you get a car payment and things start happening. You get kind of trapped.
So
not really. Nobody.
Right. You never get out of the circle.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, talk a little bit about you brought up the fact that your band is comprised of just amazing virtuosic folks who I think all offer really different styles that come together to really put together something distinct. You guys have a band unlike any other. Talk a little bit about some of those things coming together in creating the Dirty Kitchen.
All right. Well, Mike is he's one of the most musical people I know for sure. He has an incredible vast knowledge from bluegrass to newgrass and beyond, and gets his playing is informed by all of that. Jeremy here, you can't even. I mean, his overlap with bluegrass is incredible too. He brings that rock and some jazz kind of stuff right into the mix, and it's an incredible vibe. And Chris, he's still learning how to play over there.
We're the cheapest musicians in our talent bracket.
No, Chris, where did you start playing, man? You started on the electric guitar, didn't you?
No, I started on a guitar that was acoustic that had nylon strings.
Oh,
ended
there
up
you go.
on the electric guitar, and then came back to a steel string acoustic guitar, and now I try and do all 3. Although flat top guitars, not much. Back of a van on a highway on I-81. 70% of my life. I-81.
81. You guys are coming straight out in Nashville. Yesterday you were at the Station Inn.
That's right.
And
we left at 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, well, thank you. We really appreciate you getting up early and making your way over here to Bristol. You're going to be in Asheville tomorrow at the ISIS.
Yep.
And ISIS Music Hall, so folks go check that out. Again, dirtykitchenband.com for more information. We're so happy to have Frank Solivan in Dirty Kitchen with us. Would y'all play us a couple more tunes?
Sure.
All right.
Chris. Here's one that Mike brought to the band.
The applause sign has been turned on.
This is one that Mike brought to the band, and come to find out, a friend of ours, Sarah Siskin, is one of the co-writers.
Thank you.
So you're probably wondering what that large mandolin is I was playing there. It's not a, it's a mandola, actually. It's Nelson Mandola. Not really. A good friend of ours actually calls his mandola that out in California, and I just thought it was pretty clever.
It's a joke made for radio.
That's right. I got a face for radio.
We know.
So this next tune is one that Leon Morris wrote, and he and Buzz Busby were like the quintessential mid-Atlantic barroom bluegrass sound. You know, they were incredible. And this song is called Lena. And my wife's name is Leah, so I called up Leon Morris and asked if I could change the lyric. You know, of course, really gracefully, I think. But he was super nice and said, "Oh, yeah, no problem. Easy to work with." So now it's Lena to Leah. So here we go. Thank you all so much for lending us your ears today. Appreciate you. Secrets and running out on me. Be it don't be angry, be it don't be blue. If I tell you, darling, I'm still in love with you. Be blue. If I tell you, darling, I'm still in love with you. Be it don't be angry, be it don't be blue. If I tell you, darling, I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you. Thank y'all.
Live radio Bristol session with Frank Sullivan in Dirty Kitchen, the new record, You Can't Stand the Heat. coming out early 2019. They will be at the ISIS tomorrow, November the 16th. So make sure to go and check them out at dirtykitchenband.com. What a pleasure to get a sneak peek from some of the songs off of this record. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming through. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Frank. We're going to give it over to Rich Kirby there with his great show, and appreciate all the folks here who came out and all of you folks tuning in. Give yourself a big hand. Chris Trulson with Radio Bristol signing off. Take it away, Rich.
On the sunny side, I'm your host, Chris Trulson. Join me Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 for your daily dose of roots music history. Every weekday morning for On the Sunny Side right here on Radio Bristol.
Oh, the happy, happy, sunny, verdant rolling dales, where the sweetest joy and gladness ever there prevails, where the sunshine ever lingers on the majestic hill of the sunny side of life.
Somewhere among the hills of old Kentucky, that's two old folks I love with all